show to boot.
Let's fucking go.
Yes, so we're going to start in chronological order. We're going to start with Monday Night Raw. And it was a forgettable show.
Exactly. I agree with that 100%.
So Logan Paul came out. Logan Paul was talking about how he's going to beat Jey Uso and win the world title. So, okay, here's the thing. We got to talk about this because something Kenny Omega said. And it's such a big discourse on Twitter and all of the wrestling landscapes because of what Kenny said.
Okay.
Now I'm going to bring it to you because I have thoughts on this. So Kenny said that the way that WWE is going now, it'd be one WrestleMania where it's going to be Logan Paul versus Mr. Beast because that's what they're into. And what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be Mr. Beast because he's not a athlete per se, but it could possibly be another quote unquote celebrity. Like I could see that.
So how do you feel about that?
At this point, I don't care. Like we've had so many celebrities in like WWE, it's like it's whatever.
So there's a lot of discourse because I've saw so many people give this take on, oh my God, like, yeah, they're going this way because WWE's is money hungry and WWE's this and WWE's that. And I was like, I wanted to go in and say something objectively, but then at the same time, it's like, are you like, I don't think people understand how stupid they sound because like yeah, that's a big thing. It's like, oh, WWE, look, they're just in it for the money. Do you realize how fucking stupid you sound if you're just shitting on that idea? Like, you're like, well, they're not even wrestling no more. They're just like a musical or like a show that you go to theater. You don't understand how fucking stupid you sound because it's the easiest thing to explain. And if you don't get it, you don't fucking get it. And most of these people like have been covering wrestling and into the wrestling space and money stuff. If you don't fucking get it, you don't fucking get it because it's the easiest thing to explain. You may not fucking like it, but it's the thing that's gonna happen. And if people go, "Oh, I want to watch that," you know what happens after that? It's a trickle down effect because
Mhm.
whatever show you love more, whatever company you love more, is going to be a trickle down effect because people are going to watch that and be like, oh my God, that's wrestling. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I can't watch WWE right now. What else is on? Oh, AEW's on. TNA is on. Like, oh, they have some cool people over there. And then they get hooked over to AEW or hooked to TNA. It's a trickle down effect. Like, you're looking at it like, oh, this is such a bad thing. Like, that's so stupid. That is the stupidest response to this. Like, if you would have said it and like, yeah, well, that's just whatever. Like him saying that is like he said it's no disrespect. And like I take his response and I go, Kenny's right. Kenny's right, this could happen.
Mhm.
I'm fine with that. Everybody else's think pieces they had off of this, I'm like, you sound fucking stupid how you're just trying to disassociate WWE from wrestling because in any fucking genre where something happens, there's a trickle down effect. Like, for example, what's been happening this whole week? We've had a rap battle that is a trickle down effect from Kendrick and Drake. We had a rap battle this whole entire week, the West Coast against Joey Badass. It's been a whole trickle down effect. Some of these rappers, nobody was paying attention to. All of a sudden, because Joey Badass wanted to take a shot at Kendrick, who's at the top, he decided to get in a rap battle with the whole West Coast. And if you think about it, Kendrick, Drake, they was at the top. They had a battle. What happened? The trickle down effect. These other rappers was like, yo, we're gonna beef. They started beef. People started going, yo, hip hop is back. Had nothing to do with the top level. It was all trickle down effect. That's exactly what this is. The Mr. Beast, like Logan Paul thing, will be trickle down effect, and everybody will eat off it. So don't even get mad at it. It's like fuck it. But everybody's so stupid because they want to just go, WWE bad. That's a stupid way to think of stuff. It's a trickle down effect.
It'll be bad because it's the cool thing to say. Not even like because you actually think it's bad, which it has its bad moments. I'm not saying it doesn't.
Yeah, like if you want to say it's boring, fine, say it's boring.
Yeah.
But it's like it's not bad. And like I keep saying, it's a trickle down effect. If they're eating and they're just like blowing up, everybody else will too. The
Mm-hmm.
industry will grow. Like what happens over WrestleMania weekend? Everybody just gets their shows and goes, "Oh, we're gonna all be in the same place." But it's because of the big guys WrestleMania, and it's the trickle down effect. If you don't see that and you just in it just to shit on WWE, you're stupid because everybody eats. And everybody eats off of this dumb shit that you're like, oh, this is so stupid, this shouldn't happen. Yeah, it shouldn't happen, but it's more eyeballs. And when those people can't get their fill of what they have there, they're going to look somewhere else. And they're going to look right at another company. And
Yeah.
if you can drag them in when they go look, like, hey, come on in. There you go. You got a new fan. So it's just trickle down effect. Just work with it. Just work with it. That's it.
Exactly.
So that actually leads to the promo that Gunther was cutting because Gunther said, it's a lot that I can learn from you, Logan Paul, because you have all of these millions of people, there's millions of followers, you're doing all of this stuff. I can learn from you because I can become a celebrity from you. But it doesn't really matter because if you beat Jey Uso, you're gonna die. As Pat McAfee, I respect the hell out of him because we wrestled. He showed heart. You you have no heart. I'm gonna beat you for the title if you beat Jay. So just prepare for that. And he left, and then Jey Uso came in the ring and super kicked Logan and laid him out. And at that moment, I was scared. I was petrified.
Why? Because you think Logan's gonna win?
Yes, I was petrified.
I'm not. I kind of want him to win so he could get fucked up by Gunther, and then Gunther get it back.
True, but I I have thoughts. We'll get to that later on. We'll get to
Yeah.
that later. So they like there was a backstage thing that we even covered on a podcast last week between Roxy and Julia.
Hmm.
They turned that into an actual story because they said that's why Julia wound up on SmackDown and Roxy signed to Raw because of their little tiff. And it was like, wait a minute, you took a little dumb backstage thing and turned it into a story. Oh, well done.
Yeah, that was excellent fucking writing right there.
Yes. And like there's some more writing that like has me going, oh, there's synergy here. And I'm gonna get to that later on in the show, like way later in the show. But it's
Hmm.
like there's synergy that they're using and they're pulling from that'd be like shit that like if the old fuck was there, we just be like, what the fuck is going on? We have to pull together the strings ourselves. They're literally like, no, this is happening. We're gonna make this connect to this and this. And it's like, oh, okay.
You don't have to
So
be fucking Sherlock Holmes and like figure out shit. It's there in your face.
exactly. So then we had Jay Uso, and Jay bumps into Paul Heyman, and Paul's like, damn. He was like, I hope you beat Logan Paul, and I hope you beat Gunther. But you know what? I kind of don't, because if you do, waiting in the wings is going to be Seth Rollins. So Seth Rollins is going to have a match with whoever is the world champion. And I hope that's you, Jay. But tonight you're going to get your ass beat by Braun Breaker. But good luck to you. I was like, damn, so they already have another title match set up.
Fucking crazy. Jay's gonna like go through it.
I really hope he does. And I'm waiting to see how this all plays out.
Yeah.
So then we had a tag team match that was better than I expected because first of all, Penta and AJ Styles came out wearing red gear and they were going against the Judgment Day, which was Finn and Jada McDonough.
Yes.
And this match was fucking good, I just hated the end because the end came out of nowhere when fucking Grande Americana headbutted Penta, laid him out, and the Judgment Day got the win. I didn't like that.
Yeah, yeah, I can see why you wouldn't like it. I didn't necessarily like it, but it was kind of a surprise because you expect fucking Judgment Day, like it to be Judgment Day to cost it. Like I expected Dominic to fucking cost the match.
But like the only thing that's good about this is like it's probably playing up to Worlds Collide with Grande Americana versus Penta.
Yeah,
So like that's the only thing. It's like all right, that's where that's leading to. But I just didn't like it because the tag team match was so awesome, and it just ended like that.
it should have had a better ending. Yeah, no, I totally
Yeah,
got you.
and I know somebody is going to say later on I'm going to be praising something. They're going to be like, "Hey, but that's like you're a hypocrite." There's a reason. There's a reason I'm praising the other thing and not this. And we'll get to it when we get to it.
Yeah,
So just relax. Just relax. So then we have an interview with EO, and they're talking to her about money in the bank. And Becky walks up, and Becky goes, "Yeah, you got that title, but when me and you clash, I'm gonna take the title." And I was actually confused because I'm like, have we seen EO versus Becky before?
you know what? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. That's what confused me. I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck? So then we had Seth Rollins bumping into Logan Paul, and he basically told Logan Paul the same thing. Was like, he's like, I kind of like you a little bit, but you're gonna have to get past Jey Uso, and then you're gonna have to get past Gunther, and just remember at the end of all of that, it's me you're facing. And Logan was like, oh shit, I'm kind of fucked. So then we had the triple threat: Natty versus Roxy versus Becky. And I was kind of thinking that it was going to end the way it was going to end, that Lyra was going to cost Becky and Roxy was going to pin that. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
So Sammy was talking to Jay, and Sammy was basically telling Jay, listen, man, he was like, you're going to go out there, you're going to do your thing, you're going to beat Logan Paul, everything's going to be cool. And yeah, that was it. So then we had a backstage thing with Tozawa, and Tozawa wants Rusev. And Gable starts talking shit to Tozawa. Tozawa goes off. And then the New Day bumps into Gable and they start talking about the tag team match, the three-way next week, which is going to be the Creed brothers versus the New Day versus the War Raiders for the tag team titles. So, yeah, that's going to be a thing next week.
I hope the Creed wins that shit. Nothing
I hope
against
so
the
too.
New Day, but still.
Me too. So we had Grayson Waller versus Sheamus. And at first, this match was kind of sucking, and then it picked up a little bit. And then Austin Theory wound up accidentally costing Sheamus, I mean, not Sheamus, costing Waller the match. I was like, okay,
When
that
you
was
say accidentally, do you mean accidentally or do you mean quote accidentally?
quote accidentally. So then we had Seth bumping into Gunther, and he's telling Gunther, he was like, listen, man, he was like, I know you might beat Jay and Logan Paul, but you're gonna have to go against me. And Gunther says, listen, man, last time we fought, I beat you. So that's gonna happen again. So don't worry about that, Seth. Don't worry. He walks off. I'm like, God damn, dude.
No fucks given.
None at all. So we had a triple threat with the returning Kyrie Sane, Zoe Starks, and Rhea Ripley. And the winner goes to the Money in the Bank. And Zoe was trying to do her drop kick, her missile drop kick. And because Kyrie hesitated, Zoe tried to readjust and Zoe messed up her leg.
Boy, did she. Shit.
It, it was bad. And I hope she gets better soon. And they had to like take her out of the match. And it just was Rhea and Kari. And Rhea beats Kari, but damn, like that sucked. Like that sucked. It was right there, and like it sucked.
That shit reminded me of fucking Sid.
It was almost that bad. It was
Yeah.
almost that bad. So then we had a Rusev promo how he's going to kill Tozawa next week, and it is what it is.
Right.
Then we had something that was really fun because I mentioned this last week that Finn was talking to Roxy. So Judgment Day is there, and Finn brings in Roxy and said, "Hey, she's a new friend." And so everybody's like, "What the fuck is going on? What are you doing?" And then he was like, "Chill, Raquel." He's like, like we got Carlito to watch our back. You and Liv need somebody to watch your back so she could watch your back. And Dom is like, nah, I don't know about this. And then Roxy goes, hey, wait a minute, I brought something for you. She brings a bag of apples for Carlito, and she brings chicken nuggets for Dom. And you can see Dom's face change, and he starts smiling and she has that little smile, and the whole time Finn is just like hyping herself, like, yeah, see,
Don's
yo,
a chicken nugget whore.
yes, and like this is gonna bring dissension between him and Liv, and it's gonna be like this is exactly what Finn wants. This is gonna break this whole thing apart. Like this is a twist that I kind of seen coming, but I was like, at the same time, I was like, I don't know if they'll go this way, but I'm glad they did go this way.
Yeah. 3 for 3 on Dom.
Yeah,
His father would be proud.
He's definitely like Roxy's definitely going to seduce him, and this is exactly what's going to happen. Roxy's going to seduce him to leave Liv, and this moment he decides to leave Liv and go at Roxy, she's going to be like, "Fuck you," and she's going to screw him over. He's going to be so by himself, and he's not going to know what the fuck to do, and that's it. Like that's when he's like full face turn because everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, that's fucked up with the heartbreak." And then that's it. Cause she's gonna do him dirty, and that's what's gonna happen. And Finn's gonna be so happy, and Dom's gonna snap on turn on Finn. So yeah, that makes sense.
While I love Dom and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your whole scenario though, right? In the words of LA Knight,
Mm-hmm.
uh-uh. No, I'm not with that. He's gonna be a great face,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not with him if Roxy turns on him and then all of a sudden he's so sad. You turned on fucking Rhea. Fuck you. You get what you give.
Damn. I'm only gonna be with him because there's nothing else for him to do. So I'll just be like, all right, fuck it. I'm just gonna cheer for you this time. Like you got your heart broke. Like there's nothing else for you to do. Like you can't keep running to the women. Like you can't keep doing it. Like you can't keep getting away with it. Like you gotta get stopped sometimes. So that's why I'll be like, all right, fuck it. I'm cheering for
That is another thing. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm surprised he didn't get with fucking Raquel.
him. Exactly. But like this is a better option. To be
Yeah.
honest, it's a better option.
No, that's probably exactly the way it's gonna happen. But in the
Mm-hmm.
back of my mind, while I'll cheer for him,
Mm-hmm.
you fucked over Rhea. You made her cry in the fucking like in the middle of the ring. So
So then we get the main event, which is Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker. And the thing that took me out of this match
mhm.
was the crowd. Because the match is going 20 minutes into the match. All of a sudden, the crowd starts standing up and looking off to the side. Like, and they was looking through the crowd. Like, they knew exactly what was going on. And, like, it wasn't just like one or two people, it was a bunch of people. It was like, oh, something's happening, something's happening. And they start looking towards the way that Seth Rollins was coming. And he didn't come out for like another 5 minutes, but because everybody stood up and started looking, it took me out the match because it wasn't like just like a few. It was like a whole section of the crowd that the hard cam was facing just got up and was like, oh, something's happening. I was like, oh my God, it took me out of the match because I was just waiting for somebody who was like, all right, somebody's coming, somebody's coming. Then Seth came and Seth jumped Jay. They beat the shit out of him. Then Sammy and Punk came and ran off Seth and Braun. And then all of a sudden, Logan Paul just attacks Jey Uso to end the night.
Yeah.
So I mean that was a good thing. That was a good thing because now I'm more confident with my original thought that Logan is definitely losing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But
that's like that's where I'm at. Like Logan is definitely losing.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think he's winning.
yeah.
Quick
I don't.
sidebar
I,
though.
uh-huh.
Like, and I've been thinking this, right? And like,
Hmm.
I'm just using logic. Maybe no logic applies to any of this.
Hmm.
But what's in it for Braun? Because like Seth obviously wants the world title back, right? Wouldn't Braun want the same thing?
See, that's the thing. They're grooming Braun to be the next guy. That's the whole plan. Like he wants the title, but they're grooming him to win the title. Like the
Yeah.
thing is, they're telling him you're not ready yet, but being under us, we're going to teach you how to get ready. We're going to teach you to be this. So trust us. If you follow our plan, you'll get the title soon enough. If Seth gets the title, who knows what you can get? And it's just like a manipulation tactic, but at the same time, it's an actual thing where they're teaching him how to
Yeah.
be the guy. But at the same time, is telling him, be patient. You need to learn. You're too hard headed. You're this. And they're teaching him to go for the title when it's his time. But right now, you're too unready. And they're just like molding him. And that's in his like this a manipulation tactic that they have with him. And that's why he's not going for it. That's why
Got
he's
you.
not thinking, I want to go for the title. They manipulated him to be second.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like maybe I'm thinking about that too much, but and too hard. Like it's wrestling. They typically do that, but for some reason with Braun, like I thought of that.
but that's the thing. That's like with everything.
Yeah.
That's even with like the mob and stuff like that. Everybody wants to be the boss, but if you can tell the next up is just wait, just listen, just follow my lead, and they always do, and then they kill the boss because they've learned everything they need to learn, and now they take their time. That's
Yeah.
what it is. It's just and like that happens in corporate shit. Like you being groomed to be the next guy, even though you want the spot now, you know you can't get it because you're not ready and you don't have all the skills. But when you team up with the person on top, you start to learn and then you slowly start to get close and then you take
Got you.
yeah, so that's exactly the logic. Because remember, like that's what happened with Batista.
Yeah.
They grabbed him, they groomed him, and then he finally wanted the title. That that's exactly what's happening here.
I think it's because I like him and I want him to have the title. That's why like I thought about it. It's typical wrestling stuff. Like, yeah, you're right.
Oh, oh no, it's definitely happening. It's happening. It's happening, sweetheart. It's just not happening immediately.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah.
So that was Raw. Raw was Raw, and so that's that. We'll get to the predictions for Saturday night's main event later. But now we're just gonna go to the next show, which is NXT. And how did you like that show?
Honestly, like forgettable too. Like it was everything is such a blur, so like I forgot about it.
So everybody's coming to the thing, and the thing that fucking took me out, and I was like, oh, this is a thing. It was a black car that pulled up. They opened the door, and I thought, oh, Trick is coming out. It was Ricky Saint. So Ricky Saint has his own car. They brought him into the building, and he starts walking out because he's about to come out. He's doing his Ricky Saint thing, and you know what happened. He goes out. He talks for a second, but he does commentary first because there was a match. But you know exactly what happens. Because like this is actually really dumb. Because when they lay out what happens here, you're like, what the fuck? So Javon Evans, Sean Legacy, and Ashanti the Adonis had a triple threat. Winner takes on fucking Ricky
Ricky.
Saint. for the North American title at Battleground. So they're going, they're having this match. Ethan Page attacks Ricky Saint, and then Javon winds up beefing with Ricky Saints and Ethan Page, and Sean Legacy beats Ashanti the Adonis. So now it's Sean Legacy versus Ricky Saint at the pay per view.
Sean Legacy is like really good though.
Oh, he's great. Like he's great. Like he's definitely like he's already signed. He's already signed, but they should start using him more on NXT, just like these other two people who won, which is Tyra May Steele and Jasper Troy from the LFG show. And they're getting their contracts, and Tyra's like, "Yeah, I'm happy to be here," and Jasper goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna make an impact tonight." And I literally was like, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, buddy." And when he made his impact later on, I was like, "Oh, that's what you were talking about. Okay, I got it."
I literally text you like, I like this guy.
Yeah, because what he did later on was like I didn't see coming, but it made so much sense. I was like, "Oh, I like that. That makes sense. I'm down for it."
He's huge.
Oh, he's definitely huge, and that is the crazy part. Like he's so huge.
Yeah.
So then we had a Jordan Grace promo. And Jordan's getting hyped about her match, and she's talking about how she's done all this stuff around the world, and she's been in TNA, and she's ready to take the NXT Championship from Stephanie. And then they cut back, and this will they won't they friendship between Lola Dice and Stephanie Vicaire. They're both back there watching the promo, and Lola's like, "Yeah, go ahead and get her." She's like, "Yeah, okay." And then Fatal Influence pops up, and Fallon is talking, and JC basically pushes Fallon into a match with Lola Vice because Fallon is acting like she's big shit, and JC's like, "Nah, we're not having that." So yeah, I'm just like I'm gonna say this because I've been saying this for a long time, and I'm just gonna keep saying this. JC Jane needs to do a solo run. JC Jane needs to get called up. Honestly, to get called up and they use her correctly. Instead of just like calling her up and not doing shit, they need to call her up and use her correctly.
Yeah.
Because JC has something. She has something, and that's the problem. I
Now
don't know.
the question is like, is she
Mm-hmm.
about to go solo? Because on paper it looks like Fatal Influence is about to break up, but we haven't seen Jasmine in a while.
Like they need to, they really need to because they keep doing this beef thing because it's another will they, won't they? And it's like they need to break up, they need to feud, and they need to move on. Let JC do her own thing. And I know people are like, well, if they do that, like they might want to get rid of her. And it's like, no, there's a huge upside in JCJ. If you let her, like, just let her be her. Matter of fact, you could let her stay in NXT. If you let her stay in NXT, just let her do a solo run. She's not bad. Like she's not bad. She cuts great promos.
Hmm.
She has this it factor. She can wrestle. Just let her be solo. Like you keep putting her in groups. And it's like she gets in a group and you're like, oh, this other person's gonna outshine her. And then she just turns it around and be like, no, I'm better than everybody. And that's what happens.
Yeah, she needs a solo because they almost did it, but then all of a sudden she been what in two groups since she broke up with fucking Gigi.
Yeah. And that's bad. Like I really think that they should just let her do her thing.
Mm.
I don't I don't know why they're holding back. Like they shouldn't hold back. They should just let her do her thing. And that's that's how that should go.
Yeah. Flip
So
side,
then we had
Fallon's really good too.
oh no, Fallon's good too. Like Fallon should have been solo before this. Like they both need to go solo, but I'm more seeing Fallon just like they already have a plan for her on the main roster.
Hmm.
Is they don't have a plan. They haven't had a plan for JC, which they need to have a plan.
They need to, yeah, exactly.
Like that's the problem. How did you like the Trick rap concert?
Honestly, I
Uh-huh.
didn't.
Neither did I. Neither did I. I didn't like it either.
Like I
Like,
expected more, you know?
me too. I was like, yeah, you can do better than this. And it's just like all he kept doing was average Joe shit, and it was like, what the like what? Kind of sucks, but all right, whatever.
And it'll be like anything any other rapper that a wrestler would do, like, oh, I'm gonna beat you type of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
At least the other concert had some comedy, like some unexpected shit, you know?
exactly. And it was like, what are we doing here? It's like it just didn't hit for me, and it was like, all right, whatever. So
Had he came
then they
at
showed
Joe's
Joe.
neck, I would have liked it more.
Yeah, they showed Joe, and Joe was getting ready for his concert, and then we wound up talking to Briggs, and Briggs was like, "Man, I miss Inamori. Like, I ain't got nobody. Nobody's around, and I'm gonna fight Sean Spears next. I don't know, man. I don't know." I was like, okay. So
What I
he
heard
goes,
is, honey, I'm sorry, take me back. I miss you.
dude, like, I don't want him with a group, but like, what happened to him was just like, it just was so dumb. And like, so he's wrestling Sean Spears, Izzy Dane, like she boots Briggs and she knocks him out. Briggs loses. Then they beat him down. Then Hank and Tank come out of nowhere and help him. I'm like, that is so unexpected. But it's just like, what the fuck? And now they're helping him and they're just friends? Like, the fuck?
And he weirdly fits.
He does because, like, if you actually go back
Mhm.
to canon, he was the one that helped out Tank Walker.
Ah, yes, yes,
Remember, like this was all him helping Tank. I mean, not Tank, Hank. It was Hank.
Hank.
Yeah, he helped Hank. So this was like, so this is all canon. Like there's things that you're like, wait a minute, this is all canon. Like this is all working. So that made sense.
Yeah.
So then we had Zarya and Kalani with Soul Ruka, and Kalani still wants a shot at Soul, and she basically baits Zarya into a match, and the winner will take on Soul for the championship. Kind of.
Did they say the winner or did they
No,
just
no, no.
say,
No, that like the reason I said the winner is
oh,
because of what happened.
oh,
Because
okay.
when she said she wanted the title match, if she beat Zarya, and Soul says, yeah, if you beat her, then you get a match. And Zarya looked at her and was like, what about me? And she was like, yeah, but she's not gonna beat you. That's exactly what she said. Cause like now it's like, wait a minute, but what about me? Like this should be for like both of us. Like this should be an opportunity for both of us. But she kind of just like shut her down. Was like, yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, like we're going there slowly. This is gonna be one of those slow things. If this takes as long as Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, I'm gonna snap.
It's gonna happen way sooner than that because it's for the title. So
I hope so. So then we had a thing. Tatum is still sad. And Thea Hale comes up and was like, yo, I know that you're sad, but like you didn't have to fuck my eye up. That's really fucked up. I'm like, listen, I'm trying to be cool with you, but like things happen. Then all of a sudden, Jada Parker just knocks the shit out of Thea. And she goes up to Tatum. She's like, I don't know what the fuck you crying for. She's like, shit happens. Like, pick yourself up and, and move on. So Tatum goes, are we friends? And Jada goes, hell no. And walks off.
no, that's the part that got you. The part that got me was like, Tatum was like, "You'll never understand. You never lost anything," and like Thea's like, "Bitch, what?" She didn't say
But
that exactly, but like she lost everything too.
that's true. But then here's the funny part, because right after that, Chase U comes out with Ryan Connors and Kale Dixon. So yeah,
The
she
timing.
basically. And they took on OTM. And I'm watching this match and I'm like, damn, OTM is like too overpowered to be fighting these two guys. Cause like you can see like there's something there. They just don't have it yet. Uriah and like the other dude, they don't have it. But like OTM beat the shit out of them so quickly, and it was like, oh. And Mr. Chase was looking like, damn, dog. And I feel like this is going to start an arc where Mr. Chase is teaching them how to be better.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is another teachable moment for them.
He hasn't said that yet, so that once he says that, it's on.
Yep. So we had a face-to-face interview with Miles Bourne and Obafemi, and Miles cut a passion speech about how he's there for the differently able people and all of this, and he's finally going to win the title. And then like, you're doubting me because I'm different, but I'm better, and I'm this and that. And like, I was all for it. I'm like, yeah, until Obafemi starts speaking, and I was just like, all right, you know what? Fuck this guy. Because Obafemi goes, dog, this ain't no Disney story. You ain't gonna get your happy ending. That's not how it is. I'm like, damn, dog, you ain't had to say it like that.
He right though.
He's right. He's right. But the way he just disrespected the shit out of Miles, I was like, yeah, Miles, I know you're gonna die, but like, god damn, he's gonna murder you on a mic and everything. Like, this is gonna be a fun match, but like, he's not beating Obafemi. There ain't no way.
This whole segment made me change my mind 3 times. First, when Maz came out, like, you know what? I like this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Then Oba said what he said. You know what? I like this guy. And then what happened after that? I really like this guy.
Dude, when Josh came out, he fucked up Obafemi. He laid Obafemi out. He put him on his fucking back. And like, he beat the shit out of Oba. And then Miles tried to help Oba up. And Miles just wound up picking up the belt and holding the belt. He actually looks good with the belt.
Yes, he does.
I was like, damn, like, you look good with the belt. But Oba got the title back. So then we had
It's not my
Roxy.
imagination. Dude is bigger than Oba, right?
Yeah, he's fucking bigger than he's bigger as shit. He was
Okay.
bigger. He was bigger as Oba before this when they did the whole battle royal thing, and he was taller than him.
Okay.
So then we had Ava in a backstage with Ricky Saints and Ethan Page, and she goes, "Guys, I'm signing a match for you two the week after this. So next week you're gonna have a match. No matter what happens with you, Ricky, you're gonna defend the title against Ethan Page on NXT next week." And I'm like, well, fuck Sean Legacy then. Because that's exactly how it sounded. It was like, nah, fuck Sean Legacy. He ain't winning this shit. Fuck him. It's like, god damn, dog. Like, shit. Like, it's fucked up.
Here's the thing. Like, the match
Mm-hmm.
is already set. It's them two, right?
Yep.
What if Sean wins? Doubtful, but what if Sean wins?
I would be shocked and I would be happy. So then we had a Tony D'Angelo promo talking about how he's going to kill Stacks. And they're going to have a match at Battleground. So then we had Fallon Henley versus Lola Vice.
Mhm.
And I didn't think Fallon was going to win. And it was because of JC that Fallon lost. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, we said it earlier, we're waiting for them to break up. They need to break up. We need to move on so they can go split and do their own thing and have fun. And we just be like, all right, cool, this is great. Just go ahead and move on. Just go ahead and move on.
The only resistance I see between them breaking up is, as I said, we haven't seen Jasmine for a while. When she
Mm-hmm.
returns, she'll probably fix everything.
I hope not. I really hope not. So then we had a sit down interview with Stephanie Vaquer, and she was talking about how she wanted to be in WWE and she fell in love with WWE through Rey Mysterio, and now she's here and she's ready to defend the title, and she's going to be the champion, and she's happy that she's here. It's like, yeah, like I don't know how much more I can say yeah to, because like we knew most of this stuff, and it was like she just said she was going to beat whatchamacallit. That's it.
Don't be
So
forgetting how long Rey Mysterio been in this company.
a long time, over 20 something years.
Yeah.
So then we had a Dark State promo. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought they were doing something. And I'm like, oh, they're gonna introduce all of the members. Bitch, they only introduced two people, Dion and Shaquan Sugars. That was it. That's all they introduced. They didn't say shit about nobody else. That was it. And then they just left. I was like, all right, they're gonna introduce the rest of them, right? No,
Here's the
no.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the good ones. So I'm good.
Yeah, that's what I was like. What the fuck? So then we had Zarya versus Kalani. And the reason the reason Kalani beat Zarya is because Zarya almost fucked up Soul. And
Almost?
she didn't hit her.
She
That was
speared the shit out of her. Like her ribs are
she
probably busted.
she didn't hit her. That was the thing was, listen, Zarya was falling, and Soul just happened to stand in front of her while she was falling. That's what happened. It wasn't like she hit her for real. She just happened to stand in front of her while she was falling. See, it's nothing bad happened.
Her ribs are
Nothing
fucked.
happened. Nothing happened. So Kalani got the win. So Kalani is facing Zarya, and that, that's the thing. That's a match.
Yep.
So then we had the main event angle, which was the Joe Hendry concert. And Joe Hendry is there, and this is a good concert because he was talking about how Trick sucked and how Trick was scared at the haunted house and all of that. And
Shout out to Dexter Loomis.
yes, and then Trick went for the trick shot. He hit him over the knee with the guitar, laid out Trick. Joe Hendry stood tall. So yeah, so that's the thing. We're going in the battleground. So we're going in the battleground. So why don't we just go in the battlegrounds predictions?
All right.
Let's start there with
Okay.
the battleground prediction. We're not starting with that match. We're just starting with the prediction.
Okay.
So
I was about to say it right there and then, but go ahead.
no, the sixth man, Hank and Tank with Briggs versus the Culling. Who do you have here?
I don't trust Briggs. For some odd reason, I think he's already brainwashed and is gonna join the culling. So
Okay,
there you
I'm. I was kind of thinking that too, but yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So then we got Sol Ruka versus Kalani Jordan.
Soul's winning just for the fact that she has to face Saria.
Yes,
It has to happen.
yes. So then we have the Women's World Championship, Stephanie Becker versus Jordan Grace. Who do you have here?
I would have said fucking Stephanie, and I'm still saying Stephanie, but like I had a different reason
Okay.
because I thought she was gonna face Julia. Now that's probably not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Stephanie.
Listen, I'm going to put it like this. I don't see Jordan winning because I don't see who Jordan can face. Also, I don't see Stephanie winning because I don't see like who Stephanie can face. But there's an upside in both of them, and both of them fit on the main roster. But somebody has to stay down here. So
Yeah,
what the fuck do you do? This is like I feel like Stephanie's gonna win just because they don't know what else to do. But also like how much longer are you gonna keep Stephanie on NXT when you just brought Julia up? You have everybody else like it what's the point? Like what's the point? And then at the same time you say that, but then you turn around and look and go, oh, but what about Jordan Grace, she's been here too. And it's like, yeah, it's like I don't know what to do. Like I don't know what to do. I think Stephanie's gonna win, but I don't know what to do with either one of them at this point.
They've all been there more or less the same time. So
Hmm. So then we have Sean Legacy versus Ricky Saints for the NXT North American Championship. Who you got?
I think Ava already fucking ruined it. So
Yeah,
it's gonna be fucking Ricky.
yes. And going into this match, I thought Ova was gonna win, but I was like, well, if he wins, then who does he challenge? Like, who's challenging him now? Because the dude from LFG showed up, Ova's definitely winning because that's gonna be a great match.
Yeah, yeah, but don't shy away. Like, what if Miles wins and then he faces dude? Like, it'd be a bigger challenge for him.
Yeah, and then Miles would die.
Miles might die here.
Yeah,
I,
so I mean, we got Tony D'Angelo versus Stacks in a fight. We got there.
I want to talk about this match, right?
Uh-huh.
I kind of wish this match was set up in the fucking pandemic era, so it could be cinematic. Imagine one of them actually sleeping with the fishes.
Yeah, that would have been great,
That would have been so fucking awesome. We can't have that now. With that
right?
said,
Hmm.
Stacks is gonna win because we haven't seen Luca for a while.
Yeah, I feel like Stacks got something up his sleeve. So yeah, I'm going with Stacks too.
Yeah,
So and then we have in a history making match, the TNA title being defended on NXT pay-per-view is Joe Hendry versus Trick.
how crazy is that?
Is crazy, but what's crazier is I'm going with Trick winning.
So am I,
Yeah,
100%.
because I'm not giving up my dream of getting Trick versus Santana and Santana taking the title from Trick.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, you said that perfectly. That's gonna be a thing,
Like I can't wait for that. So
and it would be awesome to like have someone like a title featured from another company owned by a WWE superstar. Because you say Taz, which Taz is the first one. He
mhm,
really didn't defend it in WWE.
that's true.
I
But
think
like,
Trick will defend it before he gets to Santana.
oh yeah, he'll defend it like 2 or 3 times and then he'll get to Santana.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. So now we go over to AEW. And how did you like Dynamite? Because there was 2 shows, but how did you like Dynamite? Because we can talk about that
It
first.
was good.
So this opening segment, it was I can't even put in the words how this was because we had Will Ospreay face to face with Hangman,
Yeah.
and Will Ospreay goes in there and he's talking to Hangman and he says, "Yo, I respect you. I respect the shit out of you. Like like you're this, you're that, whatever, whatever." And then Will goes, "Yo, fuck all that. I need this. I need this title. Like I need this for the heart of the company. Like you're not out there doing what I'm doing, shaking hands and kissing babies. You're not doing this. You're not doing that." And he tells the security and stuff to leave. They get ready to have a drink, and he's just going and he's telling them he's like, "Yo, I need to bring this title back to London because I need to show everybody I made it. I need to show everybody I finally did it, and I like all of their sacrifices wasn't in vain. I need to show this to my kid. I need to do this." And like Will went in and Will was just like this most heartfelt baby face of all times. And it's like, oh my God. And
I
then
loved it.
I talked to Tony Khan and I said, dude, we're gonna have this as the main event because there's no way that you can end the show without having this match. And like he's going, and I'm just like, well, fuck, Will. Like I'm all for you winning. Then Hangman opened his fucking mouth, and I just was like, all right, fuck this shit. Because Hangman was like, You're talking about you need this. I need this. He's like, I fucking need this. He's like, I need this. He's like to prove to them that I'm not a loser. And yo, when he start going the fuck off, I was like, oh my God, Hangman has to win. There's no way that he has to win. He's like, I've been here from the beginning. He's like, and I let them down at every turn. He's like, I've been so preoccupied that like I was at home with my kids at Christmas and I was staring at the window, waiting for a man to come that never came. And I'm like, damn, dog. And he's like, I have to do this. I have to do this. And he was like, and one other reason that I have to do this is because of you, Will. Because what you said to me. And Will was like, what the fuck did I say to you? He said, you don't got it anymore. I was like, oh shit, dude. Like, all right, fuck it, whatever. I was like, fuck it, whatever. And then like they start going back and forth, and Will brings up how he eliminated Christopher Daniels, and then they settle down and they said, may the best man win. Because like another thing Will said, I forgot this part. Will said to him, he said, I want you to bring the Hangman that beat John Moxley before. Because if I can beat that Hangman, I know I can beat him. And if I win, I want you to back me up. And I'm like, okay, well, that makes sense. But, dude, after this promo, I was like, there's no fucking way that this cannot be the main event. This is definitely the main event.
Yeah. If you wasn't sold on this pay-per-view, like this, like, you watch this, it made you like want to watch this. At
Yeah,
least this match.
oh, definitely this match. Because once they put this together, I was like, this is the way you sell the main event. Like
Hmm.
this is the shit that like I've been waiting for like AEW to do, and it's like you've touched on everything this came before, and now we're finally here at this match, and it's like, oh yeah, like this is great. Like this is exactly what I need. This is what I want.
Yeah.
Like this had me hyped for the match. I'm like, yo, I can't wait to see this match.
Hmm. Same.
So then we had Moxley outside. He walks in the building because they're about to have a match, a 6-man match. I honestly don't know why they had this 6-man match, and like it just was there because it was the Bucks and Moxley versus the Ops and Swerve. And I know people are like, "Well, it's part of the story. Well, it's part of the story." Dude, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine as part of the story. But all of these men are in Anarchy and Arena. I didn't want to see them in a match. If it was just like a one-on-one with like or a tag team match, I'd have been like, okay, cool. But like you have like most of the people that's in this match, and it's like you're giving too much away. Like I don't like
Way
this.
too
And then
much.
what happens later on was like you're still giving too much away, and I don't like that. Like you could have just like did just a small little sample and just fucking off. It's like this gave too much away because it was like after watching this, it's like, do I really need to see Anarchy in Arena?
Yeah. They could at least gave us Willow versus Shafir. Just
Yeah,
that.
they could have given us like something small and been like, hey guys, here's a little sample, and like
Yeah.
it's gonna get better. And then like what happens later on, it could have still happened, but like for 2 minutes. Like, hey, 2 minutes of this. And then hey, we gotta go. And now you're like, okay, yeah, I'm ready for Anarchy in the Arena. That's not what happened.
Nope.
Because this match was like fucking 15, 20 minutes. And Swerve and the Ops, they win. So after the match, Samoa Joe basically calls out like MWO. They say who's on the team. Everybody shows up. They fight people off. And Joe says, yo, end of the night, I'm going to fucking murder you, John Moxley and crew. I'm going to murder the shit out of you. Fuck you. So then we had a backstage with the Hurt Syndicate. And they're talking. The lawyer's there. MJF comes up. And all of a sudden they're like, yeah, the deal is done. Everything is fine. Let's do this. And I'm just like, okay. They're definitely gonna screw MJF, right? They're definitely gonna screw MJF.
Either that or he's screwing them. One or the other.
That's what I thought, but like everybody signed everything, everybody's fine, everybody's in the Hurt Syndicate, and then all of a sudden Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara come out, cut them off, talks a little shit, and that's it.
But
But
why?
I don't know. I'm pissed off because I wanted MJF to do something, them to beat his ass. No, they just put him in a hurt syndicate. That's it.
Yep.
Okada was talking about how he's going to beat Speedball, and he didn't say bitch. He didn't say bitch.
I was kind of upset.
Like I was shocked because like he looked like he was about to say it, but then he said, "Trust me," and then just walked off. I'm like, oh, okay, well, all right.
Are they weaning him off of that? Because his hair's changing too. Do you think we're gonna get like peak Okada again?
No, we're not gonna get peak Okada. Like until the Kenny Omega match, we're not getting peak Okada. Like we're
Okay.
just gonna get bullshit Okada until then.
Okay.
So then we had fucking Anthony Bones versus Ricochet. Ricochet gets the win. Then Mark Briscoe comes out, and Mark Briscoe comes out with the stretcher because him and Ricochet are gonna have a stretcher match at the pay per view.
Hmm?
Don't go because I had one of my friends DM me because she saw this graphic. She DM'd me was like, I don't watch AEW every week. Is this a fucking story? When did this happen? And I'm like, um, she's like,
Couldn't tell
what
him.
do you mean? That's exactly what I said. Because I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer. Because like nothing they did warrants a stretcher match. Nothing about this made sense. I was like, I don't know.
Like the only thing I could think of, and it's still no excuse,
Hmm.
is the Zach Gowen thing when he stole his leg and tried to stab him with a fucking scissor. But
That
that
doesn't
doesn't
warrant
warrant
a
it. That
stretcher match. That does
huh?
not warrant a stretcher match.
Yeah, I
That
know.
like that's what I'm like. If they had a one on one, I'd be like, all right, this kind of makes sense. This does not warrant a stretcher match.
Not even a feud. Like to my knowledge, this is like their first match one on one.
Yes, yeah, I didn't have an answer. I didn't have an answer.
Yeah.
So then we had a sit down between Mercedes Monet and Jamie Hayter. And this the funniest part about this was nothing that happened. It was just you. You text me and was like, Mercedes is looking a little lighter. And JB Hater just goes, Mercedes, you're looking a little lighter.
And then I
Like,
texted you back and I was like, I must stop talking because she heard me.
it was fucking hilarious. And like at that point, Mercedes fucking lost it because she's still angry about losing that fucking title. And she attacked Jamie Hater, but Jamie Hater fucking laid her out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I, I kind of feel away. But like the thing that made me, because like I was like, oh, this is like, so that's happening. But then like as that's happening, Tony Storm comes out because she's about to be on commentary. And I was like, oh. I was like, oh, so yeah, my suspicions are right. So Tony comes out and it's Mina versus Julia Hart. So they're having a match. Mina and Julia like have the match. It's over. Mina wins, but then Sky Blue shows up. Tony comes in to beat up Sky Blue. Mina and Tony are beating up Julia and Sky Blue. And I'm like, oh, they're gonna do the thing where they're gonna wind up being the tag team. But then I remembered the pay-per-view is this weekend. So I'm like, oh, they're gonna do this. They wind up fighting. They just wind up beating each other up because Mina just goes, fuck it. She beats up Tony Storm and lays her out. I'm like, okay, that was way too fast. Like it
And then
was way too fast.
I texted you back. I was like, because you said tag team match. I was like, I don't think so, player.
Yeah, because like it was right there. It's like, oh, it's a tag team match. All of a
Yeah,
sudden, he just knocks her out and just like puts her to figure four on a post. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why did this? Why did that happen?
that was weird.
I was so weirded out because it's like it looked like one thing was gonna happen, then it went totally different. And then then we go on to something else that was still looks like one thing's gonna happen, but something else happens. So why the fuck did they hype up Adam Cole's coming out? And I'm like, okay, they're gonna interview him, right? He's gonna do commentary. Why did he get an entrance? Like, what the fuck was that?
Because people love Adam Cole, I guess.
Dog, like I'm thinking, oh, they're gonna do something with him. No, he's just gonna do commentary. And then we had FTR sign a contract against Nigel McGuinness and Daniel Garcia. And they both like this would piss me off because I'm like, I feel like it's going to be a swerve because this part pissed me off. Because FTR goes, Daniel, we love you like a son. And like, we don't want to do what we're going to have to do to you. Then Daniel Garcia says, I respect the shit out of you. I love you guys. And it's like, all right, there's too much love there. I
I
feel
was
like
thinking
Nigel's
that.
going to be the one to turn. Like, Nigel's going to be the one to turn. But also, people didn't notice this. Like, when they're doing the promo back and forth, like, Daniel Garcia says something about Nigel McGuinness being the only one that he trusts, and Daddy Magic's face goes, the fuck? And like he doesn't unfuck his face because he's like, what the fuck? And he just kept looking at Daniel Garcia the whole time. And then like the segment was over, but he just kept looking at him with his face like, you motherfucker. I'm like,
I
wait a
wouldn't be
minute.
surprised if he turned on him.
That's what I was about to say. I wouldn't be surprised if Daddy Magic was the one that turns. Like
Because everything
that
he's been through.
disrespect. I mean, he hasn't been through shit.
Yes, he is. He got his ass beat while he was trying to go for the TNT title, whatever. Got all bloodied or whatever by this motherfucker whose name I forget right now. Fucking, I almost called him Tyler Perry. What the fuck? Jungle Boy, whatever the fuck his name is.
Jack Perry.
That bitch.
And you know it's fucked up. Like I forgot all about that. Like I
Yeah,
forgot all about that. He's such a background character.
but like
So
he's integral to fucking Daniel or whatever. Like he always has his back. You know what I mean? And he gets beat up in the process
yeah.
all the time.
So they wind up going into a fight. FTR gets put in submission by Daniel Garcia and Nigel, and Daddy Magic kept Stokely at bay. Then they all got separated, and that was it.
Why do you need
So
a wrestler to keep fucking Stokely at bay? You could have anybody do that.
exactly. So then we had Tony, and she's reminiscing about her and Mina, and it was just all full of sexual innuendos. It just was all of it, the whole thing.
She said something about a pussycat on the prowl or something.
Hmm. So then we had a random ass six man, the Don Callis family versus the Outrunners and Bandito. So just random as shit.
Yep.
And even more random is how we get to the match is going to be at Double or Nothing. Because that shit made no fucking sense. So, of course, like the Don Callis family beats the Outrunners and Bandito. And we had Lance Archer out there for no reason. And we had Gabe Kidd. He cut a promo about how he wants to help Moxley. Okay. Then we had Mercedes versus Reina Isis. And Mercedes won. Then Jamie Hayter came out and they did a little face to face. And it was like, okay, they just beat each other up. But like, okay. Now they're doing a face to face.
Cool.
Yeah. We had Kyle Fletcher versus Jay Lethal. And this was a good match. But the whole time on commentary, like Adam Cole's like, yeah, it was like, you guys are like annoying and stuff, but Jay Lethal's awesome. He's an awesome dude, but you guys are annoying. And Don Callis' family kind of sucks. And then
I
after
agree.
the match, they go, hey, we're going to have a six man with you guys. Okay. That, that came out of nowhere. Literally just came out of nowhere. He just said they suck. And it's like, okay, well, now it's Kyle Fletcher and was it Roppongi Vice versus the Paragon?
Yes.
Okay. Then we had the Grizzled Young Vets versus the Paragon, which is Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. Like this was a good tag match, and I was like, oh, they should definitely let the Grizzled Young Vets win. No, they lost.
I mean, Paragon got a match, so
Yeah.
they need
So then
they
we
need
had
music.
AR. I mean, we had AR Fox versus Josh Alexander, another member of the Don Callis family. This was really fucking annoying. It's really annoying. It's like 80 of the Don Callis family.
Yep.
This is really fucking annoying. So then we had a lucha match, and I forgot who was in it. I know Valador Jr. was in it. Totally forgot who was in it. It was a cool lucha match, but I totally forgot who was in it. I know
I was, go-
Valador was in
I was gonna say that like I have no idea who was in the match. So
it. Mystico was in it. I'm trying to remember. Is Mystico Valador Jr.? All right. So then we had a match. I mean, not a match, a promo about a match. Penelope Ford, Megan Bain versus Harley Cameron and Anna Jay, set up for the pay per view at the buy in.
Team
Yay.
TNA.
Yes, it's a thing. So, whatever. I don't really care. So, so then we had, well, let's go to the predictions.
Okay.
Let's go to the predictions and then we get to the last match. So, who do you see winning? Megan Bain and Penelope versus Harley and Anna.
Megan Bain and them.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It's no way that the other two will win it.
Yeah.
So, stretcher match Ricochet versus Mark Briscoe. Who you got?
Ricochet to continue his like new psycho gimmick. Like he's gonna like bloody the hell out of Mark.
Yes, same. Then we got the Hurt Locker business versus the Sons of Texas. I was gonna call them the Sons of Anarchy.
That's a show, isn't it? Or is that a
Yeah,
wrestling
that's a
team?
show. That's a
Okay.
show.
Uh, Little Swerve here,
Hmm.
right? And Nat Strickland. Sons
Hmm.
of Texas might win, because then if they win, they could kick out MJF. Like MJF would cost them it, whether it's on
True.
purpose or by accident. Totally different, but it's gonna be because of him.
True. So the women's world title match, Tony versus Mina Shirakawa.
Another weird one. I think I'm gonna go with Mina.
I'm not. I'm going with Tony. Then we got the Paragon versus the Don Callis family. I see the Paragon winning. I mean, not the Paragon. I see Don Callis family winning
Yeah,
because I see Kyle Fletcher versus Adam Cole at the next pay per view.
yeah.
So I forgot this part at the end of Double or Nothing. I mean, not Double or Nothing. At the end of Dynamite, where like we had this big ass brawl because they finally caught the Young Bucks. Big ass fight. Gabe Kidd showed up, and that just points to all the signs that I was thinking. Because in Anarchy and Arena, Death Riders and Young Bucks versus Moxley, I mean not Moxley, Kenny and the rest of them, who do you have with that?
Uh, I'm gonna go with Moxie and them.
I'm not because I feel like Gabe Kidd's gonna get in it, then Eddie Kingston's gonna get in it, and the good guys are gonna win.
That's right. I heard that Kingston might be coming back.
Yeah, you heard it from this podcast. That's where you heard it from.
Yeah, that's what I'm reminding the listeners.
So the Owen Hart tournament finals, Mercedes versus Jamie Hayter. Who do you have?
Once again, since you said it, as you've been saying for a while, it's gonna be Mercedes.
Yes. And then we have the main event, Hangman versus Will Ospreay. Who do you have here? Because I, they're both good. They're both good.
Had we like did this like a week ago before the
Hmm.
promo, I would have been with you all along because all along you've been saying Will. You've been
Hmm.
saying, but now I don't know. Like I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
And
gonna go
then I
with Will just
forgot.
for the hell of it, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna give a prediction. Then we got another two matches that I totally forgot that I just happened to look and see that there was two other matches. The Nigel McGuinness, Daniel Garcia versus FTR match.
FTR is gonna win because like either Daniel or somebody McGinnis is gonna turn.
Somebody's turning, and
Yeah,
FTR is gonna win.
yeah.
Then we got Speedball Mike Bailey versus Okada for the Continental Classic.
Obviously Okada's winning because the money match is him versus Kenny unification match.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's no way that he's gonna win.
Yeah.
Then we had this weird ass promo on Collision with Chris Statlander basically saying, "We're friends. I don't like you, but we're friends. I'll fight you. We're friends." And it was just the damnedest thing with Chris Statlander talking to Willow.
Is she heel again?
I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. So then we had Rushin Drilistico versus Commander and Speedball Mike Bailey. Speedball won because he's going into a match with Okada, but I literally have no idea why the fuck we had this match.
Uh, just because we're bored.
I mean, I know because Rushin Drilistico attacked him last week, but that's that's it. Like that was the only reason. Like there was nothing else really to it.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing
I
else really
really
to
didn't
it.
care for this match, to be honest with you.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I was like, all right, whatever. Like, sure, like that happened, but it just was a thing. It just existed, and it was like, all right, whatever. It happened.
Yeah.
Like Double or Nothing's going to be a good pay per view. I mean, most of the AEW pay per views are good pay per views. They're not bad ones.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
So then we go to SmackDown, and it started off with a fight between Drew and Priest.
They gotta stop.
They do. So then we had Tiffy. She comes in the ring, and Tiffy is talking about Money in the Bank and how she won last year, and now she's a champion because she cashed in, and whoever wins, it's not going to be her. Then Lexa comes out, and Alexa comes out, and she's talking shit to, well, not even talking so much shit. She's just like she basically said something that like it caught me off guard because she basically was talking about how there's no friends, and sometimes you try to be friends, but the person don't want to be friends, which was basically alluding to Charlotte.
Yeah.
So then Charlotte comes out, she starts talking shit, and she's about to be in a match. Then Tiffany calls them both vintage, and I felt bad. So she left, and then all of a sudden, as Tiffany's leaving, Julia walks by Tiffany and looks at her, and I was like, "Oh, okay, well, that's a match that I might want to see eventually."
Internally, I would say that like I want to see this. I want to see this.
Yeah, because like I was like, huh, like that's something that I didn't know that I wanted. I was like, okay, cool.
Give me what
So
I want. The Batista meme.
yeah. So then we had the triple threat, Money in the Bank qualifier, Zelina Vega versus Julia versus Charlotte, and Julia beats both of them, and Julia's in. I was not expecting that, honestly.
My only pet peeve with this match, right,
Hmm.
is the fact that Zelina was in it. Nothing against her, but you're already the U.S. champion. They kind of explained why she was in it and whatever,
Hmm.
but like, cause like she don't want nobody cashing on her, cause now that's an option. But you know, I kind of don't like already secondary champions in it, cause it diminishes the title you already had.
Same, same. So Then we had a old school back to NXT style promo of Ciampa sitting down, cutting a promo with Johnny Gargano walking back and forth in the back. And I was like, this is straight up NXT.
He should have been
This
on
is
the
straight,
chair too, though.
yeah. And then, like, they kept saying, like, something needs to change and they need their tag titles. And I was like, okay, what needs to change? I, I'm not gonna lie, what happened later, once again, is my fault. Like, it's definitely my fault because I thought it and was wondering, and I got my answer, and we'll find out what that is in just a few when we talk about it. But like, it was definitely my fault.
Stop
It was
thinking.
definitely. I won't, but I will. So then we had the craziest backstage segment I've ever seen in my whole entire life. So Zelina Vega is walking, she's hurt, and all of a sudden, this giant, huge, tall woman comes out of nowhere, and it's Chelsea Green
Oh my God.
towering over Zelina. Dude, it looked like she was fucking 8 feet tall, and Zelina was just like a smurf. I was like,
Thank
what is
you.
happening here?
I thought the same fucking thing. Like I would fucked up. I didn't want to like message you on that because like I felt crazy.
Dude, I was just like, what the fuck? And the funny part about this is like Zelina just punches Chelsea. The secret Hermes isn't even paying attention. And did they fucking break it up? And then here comes BFAB and Michin to help out. So
They need a
Nick all
name.
Nick breaks them apart and then winds up saying a match between BFAB and Michin and the secret Hermes later on.
Yes.
Yeah, I just was so fucked up. I was so fucked up at this. Like, I just didn't know what to say. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is she so goddamn tall?
It had them in heels.
Or is Zelina's really that fucking short?
No, she is, but I don't believe she's that fucking tall.
I hope not. So then we get Ciampa versus Chris Sabin. And this match was good. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be like a solo match, but like both of them have been singles champions before, so I
Hmm.
kind of should expect that.
Yep.
So all of a sudden, like Saban's about to get the win, and here comes Candice LeRae out of nowhere, and I was just fucking thinking about Candice LeRae. I was like, where the fuck is Candice at? And she showed up, and she's now with DIY.
That's good. At least they're giving her something to do.
Yeah, because I was wondering where she was at, and that ties into something later on that fucking like I was like, it's all canon. Like this, that's exactly what I said at like as soon as it happened. I was like,
Oh
it's
yeah, I know
all
what you're talking about.
yeah. Like as soon as that happened, I was like, yeah, this is all canon. Everything is canon now.
Yes.
So that was that. Then we had like a little John Cena promo talking about John Cena,
I swear they
and
said he was there.
no, that's what I thought too. But like, apparently he wasn't. They just did a John Cena promo.
Oh, okay.
So this is the funny part. Damian Priest shows up and like there literally was nothing for him to do. And he just got beat up by Drew. Because there was nobody in the ring. There was no match. I don't even know if he was coming to cut a promo. He just got his ass beat.
Like, what the fuck was the point? Like, it was
I
cool,
don't
but what the hell?
yeah, exactly. So then we had a backstage with JC Mateo, Solo, and Jacob. And Solo's like, man, what's wrong with you? He's like, what's wrong, Jacob? He's like, we helped you win the title. Jacob's like, Doug, I didn't need your help. I don't fuck with, he's like, I don't fuck with him. I don't know him. I don't like him. Like, no, why is he here? And Solo's like, hey man. He's like, listen. He's like, listen. He's like, he's family. And Jacob's like, no, he's not. The funny part is like they've wrestled so many times, he know exactly who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
He, like He knows exactly who the fuck that dude is. Like, come on, man. You know who
They
he is.
teamed, haven't they?
Yes. Like they've done so much. He knows exactly who he is.
Yeah.
So that was fucking hilarious. And like it gets funnier later on. Once again, I'm saying where the fuck was this solo at? Because this version of solo is so much better than whatever the fuck we've been getting.
Was this the part where like he said you're saying it wrong?
No,
Okay.
that was
That
later.
was later? Okay.
Yes. So we saw Alexa talking to the doll, and what is the doll's name? I forgot the doll's name. Lily.
Lily.
Lily. Yeah, she was talking to Lily, and all of a sudden Charlotte shows up, and because she's basically talking shit about Charlotte, but then she goes, "I'll see you in Money in the Bank." She's like, "Oh, that's right, you're not going," and she left. I was like, "Damn."
But no, but in my mind, you're
Hmm.
not going either.
What the fuck? She is. What the fuck? So then we had the match between the Secret Harvest, B-Fab and Michin, or B-Chin,
I like that.
and
Beachin.
they won because Zelina fucked up Chelsea Green. So then we get in the fucking interview by the Street Profits, and they're talking about their tag match later on. And Solo, Jacob, and JC walk by, and I was like, "Oh, are they gonna go for the tag titles next? Is that gonna be a thing?"
I like it.
I mean, I'm okay with it, but it's like, I don't know.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, it's very weird. And then this match was also weird. And I know somebody's gonna be like, "Well, they were in a triple threat last week," but yeah, th- that match. But then we had the sit down segment. Once again, I'm saying it again. Why the fuck are you not using Santos Escobar more?
He came across like a fucking mob boss.
I said that last week. I said that last week.
Yes. No, but like
And then
more
this
so
week,
this week.
oh, this week he definitely was. And
Yeah.
the thing that like cemented it, and I know this is just like a Spanish culture thing, but he had the Jesus chain and the Santa Maria thing, and
Yeah.
it was like, dude, you're definitely a fucking mob boss. So we actually get our first match for Worlds Collide, Legado del Fantasma versus El Hijo Dr. Wagner. Um, what is his name? I was gonna call him Pentagon, but that's not his name. What is his fucking name? Um, Psycho Clown. What is his goddamn name? It starts with a P.
Pagano?
Pagano. That's what it is. I don't know
Okay.
why I was calling him Pentagon, but like Pagano. It's Pagano, Psycho Clown, Dr. Hijo Del Wagner Jr. So yeah. So that's the first match. And apparently this is gonna be on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be on YouTube. So then we had Jimmy and Ray versus the new bloodline. And Jimmy gets beat with the Torta Islands because why not? Why not beat Jimmy? There's no reason for Jimmy to do anything. Jimmy sucks, right?
I feel so bad for Jimmy.
I don't. I really don't. Cause like at least he's doing something. Like I said before, I wanted him to win the U.S. title until they like scrapped everything and turned it upside down. Cause like it felt like it was a perfect thing. Jay wins the world, he wins the U.S. title, and like the two brothers stand there holding their titles. It'll be fun, but no, they gave it to Jacob, which is fine because Jacob's awesome. Not a
Yeah.
problem. So
Draft
yeah,
coming up, so that might change.
yeah, like I didn't have a problem with that, but like I still felt like they should have gave him the title.
Yeah.
But like now he just exists. So then we had our truth. I lied to you not. I fucking forgot everything in the world when he cut this promo. Doug, like he starts talking, and I was like, okay, he's gonna do his R truth thing. he starts talking and he made so much fucking sense. I'm like, am I dumb or like did he make so much fucking sense? Like I even saw people online go, how the fuck did our truth make more sense of this John Cena thing than we have in the last 4 months of this whole John Cena heel turn? I was like, I,
about
I
that.
don't know. Dude, like what the fuck just happened?
They say if you hang with a crazy person long enough, you start to go crazy yourself and understand that person.
Dude, I swear we did because he said that John Cena was corrupted by power. And he chases the world title like the little golem thing in Lord of the Rings. And I'm like, dog, like I never thought about John Cena being like obsessed with power. He even starts talking about how John Cena stopped texting him back, and like John got so immersed in Hollywood, he just forgot about everybody he was around. And then he was like, I thought I was going crazy. And then I started asking people, and they was all saying the same thing. And I'm like, holy shit, why is he making sense? He made so much sense. And he said he's going to beat John Cena and he's going to beat the hustle, loyalty, and respect into him. I was like, how the fuck do you make so much sense?
Side note, it had nothing to do with nothing. The thing you
Hmm.
talking about is Smeagol, right? It's called Smeagol.
I don't know. I never watched Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen the show.
Okay.
So then we had a backstage thing. I was so confused at this because I'm like, I thought I knew where this was going, and I was confused because Naomi starts talking, and then she starts talking about Nia. I'm like, oh, they're going for the 4-way tag, like for the women's title. All right, that's where they're going. And then they bring Jade. I'm like, all right, they're definitely going for this. And then they all start talking about Money in the Bank. I was like, what?
They're going for the
So
money in the bank.
this is a feud that's winding up in a Money in the Bank match.
Yep.
And then we had a 3-way for a qualifier. And once again, my brain did the brain thing. My brain was like, oh, Nakamura is going to set up for the Kinshasa, and Aleister Black's going to hit him with the Black Mass, and LA Knight's going to pin him. That's exactly how it ended.
Damn you, brain.
Then we
Cause,
had
'Cause
Miz.
I didn't want LA to win that shit. I was kind of
I
upset.
didn't either, but like I just felt like that was how it was going to end.
Yeah.
So we had Miz and Mello, and Mello was like, "Yeah, next week I'm in the Money in the Bank qualifier," and Miz goes, "That's because of me." And he was like, "How?" And like Miz was like, "I was offered that shot, and I gave it up to you. So now it's for you." And I was like, "Oh." So to be honest, I was like, I was all for him winning this, but
Mhm.
then I saw like who he's up against, and I was like, you know what? I'm not sure anymore. But like, we'll see, because that was all offset when we get to this part, because Solo, JC, and Jacob are talking, and this is when they did the yada I mean thing.
Okay.
So they're going back and forth, and they're talking, and all of a sudden Nick Aldis walks up and goes, "Yeah, well next week one of you is going to be in the U.S. title. I mean, not the U.S. title, the Money in the Bank thing, and it's going to be you, Jacob." And so Solo was like, "Yeah, we both going to be in this."
He didn't
And
seem
then
happy at all for
not at all. And then at the end, Jacob goes, "I love you, Solo." And Solo turns to JC and goes, "After 6 months, he finally says it again, and he doesn't say it like he used to say it. What's going on?" Bro, when he said that part, I was dying. Cause he just turned
he
to him
said
was
it a
like,
little bit better than he did last week though.
I know, but the way he turned to him and said it was like after 6 months, and he don't say like, what's going on? I was like, oh my God, that was funny as hell.
I love you, Viper.
I hate you.
Oh shit.
Then we had this promo, and I don't know how I feel about it
Okay.
because it was Bianca Belair, and she's talking about how much stuff she's lost, how much stuff happened to her, and she said she will never lose herself, but she needs to change. And I'm like, what does that mean? Are you like, are you gonna be a bad guy? What is happening?
That's exactly what it means.
But then also she said at the same time she didn't want to like lose herself because everybody's dependent on her. I'm like, okay, so what? I don't know. And they said she'll be back next week in her hometown. Okay.
That's probably exactly where she's going heel.
It like I'm just okay. All right. So then they say the triple threat for the men's next week is going to be Andrade versus Solo versus Mello. And I'm just like, okay. Like I Andrade's getting beat, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah, most definitely.
Okay. So then we have the main event. And finally, because you brought this up last week,
Hmm.
I kept calling them Fraxium. You was like, they've never called them Fraxium on the
Yeah,
main roster. We just call them that. They're officially Fraxium, and they have the most shit music that I've ever heard.
yeah, yeah. No, I agree with you 100%. At least they have music, but come on now. You
Yes,
you could have done way better.
yes,
It can be
and
argued they already had music, but all that really was a Jericho thing.
mhm, which I liked, which I
Yeah,
liked.
yeah, no, I have no complaint. They should have kept that.
Hmm. So once again, at week 19, the tag team division is holding down the whole fucking show. Dude,
Yep.
this match was fucking awesome. Like, this match was awesome. Like, this shit was so good. Like, Street Profits and Fraxium fucking tore it the fuck up. This shit was so good.
Feel like a pay-per-view match.
Oh, it definitely did. And even with the distraction at the end where DIY came out and they tried to get in, but the Motor City Machine Gun showed up. So they're like everything is going. My brain was already racing to go, who challenges for the titles next? And then the lights went out. And the white
It's the way it happened though. Like I knew who it was.
and the white six shows up and they lay out everybody and fucking Nikki Cross looks at Candice and Candice is like, oh shit, you remember me. And and she attacks her. And like I would have shit on this and I would have been like, man, what the fuck? Why would they do this? I would have shit on this. Any other time, I would have shit on this and been like, you ruined a great tag team match. Because when DIY and Motor City Machine Guns got in this, they didn't get in the match. The match was still going.
Yeah.
And the White Six did get in the match, and that's when it ended. And I would have shit on this any other fucking time. But the only reason that this makes more sense and it was more special was because it's Bray Wyatt's birthday.
Yes.
And that's what made it special. And they had a cake in the ring. And Bo said happy birthday to Bray. And it was just like, yeah, like this like any other day, this would have been a nah. But today it was special and it worked.
You know me, like usually, sometimes I go off, but sometimes like I'm the one that doesn't give a fuck about shit like this and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I actually tear it up a little bit, like, wow, this was special.
Yeah, it was special. So that was the end of SmackDown. Now we have to do predictions for Saturday night's main event.
Yes, sir.
So we got a new match added, and it's Chelsea Green versus Zelina Vega for the U.S. Championship. Who do you have here?
Vega just got it. She's not losing it.
Listen, I really like Chelsea Green's gimmick. I think Chelsea Green should think she should win it back.
Okay.
So then we have a cage match. And I swear, like, you do all of this retro shit for Saturday night's main event. You do all of this retro shit.
I'm clapping already. I know what you're about to say. Go ahead.
Bring back the big blue. You have to.
Okay,
No,
that was gonna be my question because I thought you just considered retro cage. I was gonna ask you the blue one or the black one because you know there's a black version too.
no, the blue one.
Yes,
The retro Saturday night's main event one.
yes,
Bring
100%.
that shit back.
Yes,
If they don't do that, I'm gonna be so pissed off. I'm gonna be so pissed. But like, it's the perfect opportunity. You could bring it back just for one night.
hmm
You ain't got to do it again. Just
They br-
one night.
they
Still
brought back the
king.
wing title for once. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So just do it. Just do it. It would be so sick. It would
Yes.
be so sick. So we have that match. So who do you think is going to win between Truth and John Cena?
Now here's something they mentioned on the show,
Hmm.
which fucked me up. Right?
Hmm.
It's a non-title match.
Yes.
With that said,
Hmm.
Truth has a chance to win with some type of fuckery or something.
Yes.
So since it's non-title, I'm going with Truth. Had it been for the title, automatically Cena. Fuck that.
Hmm.
But I'm going with Truth.
I'm going with John Cena.
Okay.
I'm going with John Cena, and he's going to beat Truth up, and he's going to fuck Truth up, and that's when Cody's going to come back. And then next week, we're going to get the rumored tag match announcement of Cena and Travis Scott versus Cody, and I have no idea who the other person's going to be because they didn't say.
I could think of
Like, I
Bad
don't think
Bunny.
it's going to be Bad Bunny, but
Yeah.
like, I don't know who it's going to be. So that's a rumor. Then we have the world title match. Logan Paul versus Jey Uso. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with Jay, but Logan has a shot. I'm gonna go with Jay.
He does, but I'm definitely going with Jey.
Yeah.
Then we got what I'm calling the main event: Sammy and Punk versus Seth and Braun Breaker.
It should be the main event. Like you're 1,000% right.
Yeah.
Since the new thing, Seth and Braun, because Sammy's part of them. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. Sammy's part of it.
Okay. Well, I'm going the opposite because I feel like Punk is part of them.
Oh.
Yeah. See, like I feel like Punk is gonna be the one.
Why? Because it's obvious that it's Sammy, so like they're gonna spin it.
Yeah, it's like way too obvious that it's Sammy, and it's like it would fuck everybody up if it was Punk.
Especially the fact that Seth and what you call it hate each other so much. Yeah, yeah, good
Yes,
point.
it would fuck everybody up because everybody be like, "What the fuck? Like, what happened? Why did that happen?" And
Yeah,
everybody would be so fucked up about it. It would work. It
yes,
would work perfectly, and I'd be like, "Yes, this is like." And the reason that I don't want Sammy to go heel is because I'm still banking on that Sammy title run next year, and I don't want him to go, "Hey, I'm gonna be a heel," and then wind up being face within 6 months of this. I wanted
true.
to just be straight up face Sammy. We've been cheering him this whole time. We're finally getting the payoff. He wins the title.
Yeah,
So that's the thing. So Ace Austin is no longer with TNA.
heard about that.
Yeah. So where do you see him winding up? Because since he's not with TNA, he could go to NXT. or he can go to AEW.
I think he fits more AEW, to be honest with you.
I, I think he does too, but like I would not be surprised if he wound up in NXT. Because
Same.
like I feel like AEW will perfectly fit for him, but at the same time he would get lost.
Oh, he definitely will get lost. Yeah.
Yeah. Like he goes over to NXT, he has a chance of like getting right into the mix of going for the North American title because it's getting stale with Ricky just fighting Ethan Page over and over and over and over. And it's like you give him somebody new, fresh out the box to go against, and it's like, oh, that's a matchup we haven't seen.
And that match would actually be hot. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So then we had this weird ass thing that happened. And I really want to call out all of the fucking like quote unquote wrestling journalists that have it out for WWE because like you made it real apparent when this happened. Because the other day, WWE goes, we're no longer doing this in New Orleans. We're going to have a new location. So immediately, everybody started going with, oh, it's going to be in Saudi Arabia. It's going to be in Saudi Arabia. That's it. They're going to Saudi Arabia because you know Saudi Arabia wants the WWE WrestleMania, and these certain journalists kept running their mouth, going, "It's going to be there. It's going to be there. It's going to be there." So that's when Sean Ross Sapp was like, "It's looking like it could be one or two places," and he literally said it's going to be Mexico or London. He was like, "I've been hearing either one of them, but I'm not sure what's going on." And like that was the most sane thing because Sean Mustad was like the most grounded person, was like, yeah, I heard this, instead of immediately jumping off going, Saudi Arabia bad, Saudi Arabia bad, WWE's bringing WrestleMania, Saudi Arabia bad. And it's like, you're saying that because you want people to go, ew, they're going back to Saudi Arabia and they're taking WrestleMania there. It's like, that's what you want people to say, and that's why you keep bringing it up. But there was two other places. And then you went with the narrative once you heard Sean Ross Sapp say that, was like, if they're going to London, they're going just so they could beat AEW's number. And that's why they would be going there. But if they go to Mexico, they're going so they could beat CMLL. So let's see which one they want to kill first. And it's like, okay, that's like you're being biased towards WWE. And then it came out WWE's in Vegas, which actually pissed off a lot of fans that they're going to Vegas.
Yeah.
And the reason it pissed off a lot of fans is because it was really fucking expensive last year. And they're like, it's going to be expensive now. And I saw like a couple WWE fans go, listen, we should stop watching WWE for a couple of weeks, like at least like 2 months. And like this is a honest, like this isn't a hate WWE thing, but they literally made a point. They was like, we should stop watching for 2 months because if they feel like we're not watching and we're not giving them views, they'll lower the prices. They won't try to charge us out the fucking ass. We should stop watching for a little while. He was like, guys, it's not going to be that long. We can just not watch for 2 months. Send a message. Make sure they know they can't be charging us out the ass because that's what's going to happen with Las Vegas.
No, I actually was thinking the same thing about that whole
Mhm.
issue. Like 1,000% right. Because like if you keep letting them like do whatever the fuck they want, they're gonna keep doing it. You know what I mean? You gotta speak up, and how better to speak up than not watch?
Yeah, because like to be honest, that's the only way. Because
Hmm.
if you say I'm not going to go to WrestleMania, that's opening up the floor seats for somebody else who's like, I got money, I'm going to go. And it's like, then you also have people that's like newer people, people with families. They're gonna bust their ass to go, and like you're just Like you're just not gonna go because you don't want to spend the money, which is a good thing, but it doesn't matter because somebody else is gonna fill that seat, and that's a
Yeah.
problem. It's like so the only thing, the justified thing is don't watch, and if you do watch, pirate it,
Yep. Exactly.
because like they have to know, like you have to put your foot on their neck and be like, yo, we're not gonna keep paying all this shit out the fucking ass. Like it's too much fucking money to go to WrestleMania in Vegas. It's too much fucking
I'm
money.
honestly
And
tired of like people like just bitching and bitching and bitching and doing nothing about it.
yeah,
Just man, you have the power to do it. You have more power than you think. Don't watch.
hmm
Simple as that.
yeah. And like I said, even if you like, you still care about the product. You still care. You can pirate it. People are fucking pirating shit anyway. Just
Hmm.
fucking just go watch it on one of the websites and just be like, all right, fuck it, I'm just gonna watch it here. Like you're not giving them an extra view. Because like the one person that's watching it, you can have 15,000 people watching on a fucking paid stream site and go, listen, that's just one view because that one person is streaming this. Like that's it. It's one person. Like so you can do it even if you want to keep up and like, yo, I don't want to be lost. Yeah, you can watch on the pirate sites. Don't go actual viewing. Like just
And
send them a fucking message.
tell me if I'm wrong or not, which
Mm-hmm.
probably I'm wrong. I
Mm-hmm.
just want to know this. For
Mm-hmm.
example, like a Raw and whatever,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
You don't want to watch it live and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch it like the next day on Netflix and
Yes.
whatever, that
Yes,
still
it
get
counts. It
okay.
counts.
That still gives them a view and
Yes.
whatever order. Okay,
It still counts. All of it still counts.
okay,
Like that's the problem. It's like you just have to send them a message. Like let them know like you're not fucking playing around.
got you.
Like this shit is that shit is really fucking annoying. Like I like and then somebody said like they're gonna try to Vegas is gonna try to get them to be a residency. And you can't residency WrestleMania. Like them coming back to like a big show in Vegas every year, fine. WrestleMania, no. WrestleMania needs to go to every fucking place it could be. This is like I want to say this is the second time in history that it's been to back-to-back places
It
because the
is.
first time was at the Trump Plaza
Mm-hmm.
and it was WrestleMania 4 and WrestleMania 5.
Yes.
This is the second time in Vegas. And I'm not happy. And it like it pissed off a couple of regular like indie promotions because they all had to back out of their dates because when WWE was like, "Hey, we're going to New Orleans," they all was like, "All right, we're going too." Because like I said before, it's a trickle down effect. They all was like, "We're doing a trickle down effect too. We're all going to make money off of this." So now they have to change their venues. Like they're no longer going to be in New Orleans. Now they have to go to Vegas, and they put money. They probably put money out, and they're losing money, and that kind of sucks.
Fucked over a bunch of people.
Yeah, I mean, the bad part is like it's not a bad thing because like you can recoup that money if
Yeah.
you run in Vegas. Like you can recoup that money, but like also you might be at a loss if you run in Vegas. Like is like it's a catch 22 because like what are you gonna do? You're gonna be like, I'm not running WrestleMania weekend, the biggest wrestling weekend.
Of
You know what
course
I
you're
mean?
gonna do it.
Exactly. You're definitely gonna do it.
Yep.
Like what am I not gonna do it? It's like the fuck.
You'll be an idiot not to.
hmm I just I just really wish they wouldn't make the fucking ticket prices so goddamn high. That's the problem. It's like it's not even like the product is like bad or nothing. It's just you fucking too much goddamn money. Like, jeez.
Once again, and we talked about it off the podcast. There's an event, $6,000 for a front row.
Yeah, it's like this. That's way too much.
Yeah.
That's way too much. But like, and it's funny how like there's some people going, well, like AEW will never do that, and it's like That's not the point. That's not the point. Like, we're not going AEW versus WWE. Yeah, AEW will probably never do that, but that's not the point. It's the point in the people that are going. Fucking why are they paying so goddamn much?
And also, what if they do? Then what?
Like, exactly. It's like just because like here's the thing. Like once again with the trickle down effect, if AEW just like goes fuck it, like we need more money. We need to up the ticket prices because look at what WWE's doing. Like we're getting outpriced here. And they up the ticket prices not as much as WWE, but just like a little bit more. Like it's all because of fucking you not fucking stopping WWE from doing whatever the fuck they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you gotta remember, like all of this shit is connected. It's wrestling. It's not just like some random shit you just made up in your mind. It's all wrestling. It's all connected.
You have the power, people.
Exactly. So we're going to do the thing that we said we weren't going to do this weekend, but it's only because there's another pay-per-view on Sunday.
Yes.
So we're going to cover the AEW pay-per-view immediately after the show.
Yes.
And like that's another thing. Like I wish there was a way to fucking tell Tony Khan that people have work. And even if he uses the excuse, well, it's Memorial Day, it doesn't matter. I we have work in the morning. We have stuff to do in the morning, and you running a pay per view to fucking 12, 1 o'clock is not good. Especially if somebody goes to the pay per view and they're trying to get back home after the show and it's fucking late at night. Then they have to go take a shower, get in bed, and then wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. That shit's not fucking cool.
That's kind
I
of
just
fucking
really wish that
insane.
AEW would stop doing that, and that's why we're not covering it like right after the pay per view.
Yeah.
But this weekend we will because it's going to be Double or Nothing and Battlegrounds at the same time. And also Saturday night's main event will be on Saturday. So there's going to be a lot. And I would have said we covered the TNA pay per view, but the TNA pay per view was just basically a TNA regular TV show. Nothing big happened. It just was a regular show, and it just was in pay per view form.
Basically.
So yeah, like that's why we didn't cover that. But yeah, we got 3 shows we're gonna cover on the next podcast, and we're gonna give you exactly our thoughts. So, any last words?
Got a lot to cover. We are all gas, no breaks. Got what I mean?